Here's Odom. Inside. Campbell. And it's Mike Campbell finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get him fired up, nothing will.
Just what the doctor ordered. Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
I think the prescription was dumped.
And that prescription could give them the injection of energy they've been looking for.
Now here's Grace. Here's Carter. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's a tremendous feed from Grace. That's going to make the D think twice about how they play him. They've got to worry about his passing, too.
Offensive rebound. Campbell, that's good.
Crush the boards with a purpose there. Some hard-earned second chance points for him.
Pass to Grace. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
When he's at his best, Grace gets a lot of points inside. It's an important area for him to keep working on.
Now here's Odom. Campbell with it, covered by Boss. Now here's Odom. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, it has been said time and time again, but it doesn't make it any less true. The state of Indiana loves their basketball.
And it's one reason why a team like the Mad Ants can have such a devoted fan base. It goes across the entire state.
It's in everyone's DNA. Now here's Kelsey. Haji, he's covered by Randolph. 13 feet out. Haji, no good.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards. They've done good work with the ball. They've been moving and getting quality chances.
And their field goal percentage reflects that. They've been the much better team shooting the ball.
And it's not just about shooting, Brian, as we were just mentioning. It's about moving, cutting, all the little things.
It's snatched up. Outside Andrews. Yes, and it's Andre Haji with the assist that time. And the Mad Ants call time here. And the Nets making a change here. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. Mad Ants ahead, up by 15. We'll be right back to the action when we return. Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far. You look at AI in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's played a very smart game offensively, looking for finding the gaps in the defense to get the best shot possible.
Yeah, the way he played that first half, well, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient on offense.
And Andre Haji, better known as Vlad the Impaler, he is a handful of a center. Does everything you want from a big man, including scoring, defense, and setting up others on the offensive end.
A nice shot by Trigg.
Leave it to the crafty veteran to make that pass. Tatum with a very savvy assist, to create the wide open look.
Now here's Kelsey. Defense right on him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for him.
2.
First free throw is good. And with Vlad the Impaler, they really run the offense through him.
Every set this team has makes the best use of having an elite center in the middle. Haji is a great presence on the floor, and it's no surprise they built the offense around him.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really taken charge.
And Connor Trigg throws it down.
Yeah, an encouraging sign for sure. When Young is sharing the ball, it makes his team more dangerous.
Now here's Kelsey, guarded by Young. Here's Haji, buried from 15 feet out.
A confident scorer. When Haji is draining those mid-range Jays, it helps open the floor up for the rest of his team.
To the wing, right side. And so it looks like the Mad Ants will retain possession here. The Nets making a switch here. And we're about 1.5 minutes here into the second half. Magic Calderon on the wing. Tatum outside. Clock at 6. Launches it. It's good from beyond the arc.
And Paul Tatum, a Houston native, grew up in that area.
And Tatum was a huge Rockets fan growing up. You talk to him, and he'll tell you his love for the game all started with him watching his hometown team as a kid.
Yeah, watching a little T-Mac, a little Yao Ming.
Now here's Haji. He's got 10.
3 for 3. That's the way to start the second half.
Here's Young. Calderon with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. That one goes. Count it.
That would be 4 in a row for them now, as they have come out racing out of the gate to start the second half.
Pass to Haji. Out of bounds. It'll be Mad Ants ball. Both teams will make substitutions. And we're well into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Magic Calderon on the wing. Back to Carter. From downtown. The shot off that time. So Long Island will take it the other way. Pass to Odom. Here's Russell. He tries for 3. AI grabs the miss. And AI and the rest of the Mad Ants were involved in some community work recently. They had a booth at the State Fair.
You just have to love that the team is willing to take time and meet fans on an individual basis by having a booth at the fair. It just takes a day for the players, but goes a long way in developing ties with the community.
One shot.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now a timeout called by Long Island.
He just isn't pleased with all the looks they've given up inside, and he wants to tighten up this team defensively.
Yeah, that's what has to happen, and he'll let them know it. They're playing some soft interior defense, and that's just a recipe for disaster.
And that's the thing, the interior defense, that's the easiest way to score, right around the basket.
Pass to Odom. Over Daniels. Long Island, no good that time either. AI. He's guarded by Price. AI, no good.
The D got to him just enough on that shot to throw him off.
Now here's Odom. Daniels covering. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Pass to Randolph. Daniels. Magic Calderon on the wing. Back to Daniels. 4 on the clock. From deep. And the Mad Ants get it back. And the basket by Randolph.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Now here's Campbell. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call.
Foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't right there, or maybe he was thinking, just not about basketball.
Outside Carter. To the inside, Randolph. And it's Scooter Randolph with the jam.
He powered that one down.
Known as one of the game's top dunkers.
A rim shaker.
Yeah, he loves to attack that rim.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Mad Ants out in front, running away with it. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Down low. And AI gets it to go.
They continue to get it inside. The defense struggling to just contain them.
And look, when you make 5 in a row from in tight like they have, it also just takes pressure off of your perimeter guys.
Great point.
Here's Kelsey. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone.
Here's Campbell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. Now here's Daniels. Magic Calderon on the wing. AI outside. Boss. AI. Mac covering. Just 5 on the clock. That one good for 2.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Now here's Haji. Pass to Price. Campbell. Now Mack. He's guarded by Grace. And he banks in the layup. Now Daniels. Magic Calderon on the wing. And there it is, the final whistle. Mad Ants win. Fantastic performance from the team to defend the home court.
And there were standout stars tonight, sure, but I like the way that the whole team, everybody, aimed to slow up Vlad the Impaler. That was a key factor in Fort Wayne coming out with the win.
Offensively, the Mad Ants seem to be gelling, and you can just see when this team is on the same page, and they gave us a peek of how deadly they could be on offense tonight.
And that's about all she wrote, folks. For Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us on this presentation of G League basketball.
What's your name? You're working hard, right? Fighting.
Yeah, but I keep slamming into this wall.
Why?
I don't know. I'm doing everything right. I keep my head down. I grind.
But you're still hitting that wall. So climb over it. Find your way around it. Dig a tunnel underneath it. Do not think about this wall as a barrier. Think about it as a question.
What's the question?
When I was a little kid, I wanted a big sounding job, right? Just like everybody else. I wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, president.
Astronaut. I want to be an astronaut.
Right. But then I got older and my heart told me something else. Words. I loved how they sounded when I gave them context, purpose. I knew I wanted to be great at it. And everyone told me that it was impossible because of the barriers, right? I'm a female. The odds, the competition, and never be able to make it as a living. And unfortunately, they were right. Every single door that I knocked on was slammed in my face.
But you knew they were wrong.
I knew that I could write. But I had to think about why I was being rejected. What were my flaws? Regroup, rethink.
You went over that wall.
I built a ladder.
So, what happened?
Oh, it all fell apart, and now I just troll around at carnivals looking for stuffed animals to complete my collection.
Oh, right. See, that's impossible. Can't be done.
No, now I have a great career, and it pays me enough that it's my only job, and it continues to grow. I am a sports writer and owner of Wayne Hoops HQ.
Wait. Wayne, that's you? That's amazing. I read you, like, all the time. I always thought you were a guy.
Oh, okay, because girls can't write about sports?
Nah, the exact opposite. I always thought it was written by a dude named Wayne.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, your piece about Ben Simmons' development as a passer, man, I read that like 50 times.
Thank you. Yeah. I did feel like going out with you was kind of touchy territory and crossing a line, so I kind of wanted to see how this went before I told you about it. What I do is very important to me, so anything that could call that into question is a red line.
Yeah, I totally get that.
I want to get you something before you leave.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, company on your
no.
walk home.
Thank you. Thank you for this giant elephant.
No, you won't look creepy at all. Just tall guy, his stuffed animal.
I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Rhymes with ash can? Yo, 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 it's your boy AI coming at you from Fort Wayne, Indiana, all by way of China and the Shanghai Bears. What's up to my people out there? What's up, Wei? What's up, Zhang? What's up, Coach? Hey, Corey Harris, I'm coming for you, man. I'm not gonna take it easy on you, but man, we're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good. How was that?
Not magic, but it works. Yeah, it works really well actually. It's real. It's unfiltered, you know? It's gonna give me something to cut into the gameplay so that people get to know the real you.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm just trying too hard to promote me only. I want my game to speak first.
Your game is gonna speak for you, man. I'm gonna speak for you. There's nothing wrong with having a couple more voices in the room.
Look, hey, you gotta keep your wrist loose, all right? You're shooting too flat.
What do you care how I shoot? You're the one with the game coming up.
I know. Look, one more time, okay? Wrist loose, elbow in. Woo! That's right, baby. Feels good, right?
It does.
Hey, so, I think I screwed up with Nikki.
What, on that date?
Yeah. I think that she thinks I'm nervous around her now since she's a reporter.
Are you nervous?
Well, maybe, I guess, but, I mean, it's not like because she's a blogger. I mean, I think about her all the time, like, she's in my head, man. Like, it's actually kind of nice. You know, it feels right. It feels like something's happening.
Wow. It's the unflappable AI finally getting butterflies.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, it's kind of like what Paul was saying about the city. Like, I've had girlfriends before, but, I mean, not like this. Something about her just makes me feel like I'm home.
What? We open on the two of you driving through Amish country. You're going through one of those covered bridges. New idea. Yeah, you're wearing those hats and overalls. Yeah. You open it up on the two-lane blacktop. You see those rows of corn going by. She's looking at you, and you can see it in her eyes. You go, "This is good, man. I can sell this. What are you doing this weekend?"
All right, let's reel it in, Zach. Let's reel it in. All right, let's sell the game. Okay, let's focus on the game.
There's no line anymore, AI. It's all the same brand. You want to get to the next level? This is what you have
Let's
to do.
keep it at the game for now, okay, man? Come on.
That's not enough.
Well, it has to be. Okay? For now?
Fine. Yeah, for now. Fine for now, yeah.
Most exciting part of the G League this year. The NBA is not far away. Oh, AI, yo, check out what your boy said about your boy.
Hey, man, get that phone out my face, Marcus. Come on.
Wait, no, come on. You're going to hear about it anyway. I mean, it's everywhere.
Look, Corey Harris ain't the only player in the NBA.
Well, look. It's not just Corey Harris saying it. All of the Lakers are retweeting it. The timing could not be better for me. I mean, I got scouts coming to the stands. They don't want to miss the show. This is like chess. So who's renting space in whose head now, huh? Who's renting space?
I don't want to disrupt your flow there, Bobby Fischer, but the scout ain't here for you. He's here for the Flying Dragon.
Please, I would have heard about it.
He's the Heat's new forward from China, and he is knocking on the door of a 48-inch vertical.
You talking about Han Shi?
Huh?
Yeah, the Flying Dragon.
Yeah.
He was on the Jets in China. I guarded him when he played us in Shanghai. He showed me up then, but I know his game now. I can take him.
No. The dragon is mine.
See, this ain't about just showing off some scouts, Marcus. This is about winning the game, man.
Hey.
This dude, bro.
Forget about him. He may be here to scout the dragon. Doesn't mean you can't take his attention. Take it.
Yeah, but I can't beat the dragon by myself. But your game plays specifically to his weakness. So I'm gonna set you up all night, and we're gonna take that dragon down together.
All right.
Hello and welcome everyone to South Dakota. I'm Blake Suniga with my partners Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. We have Mad Ants road action for you tonight as they travel in to take on the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
And although the Mad Ants can boast their own acquisition from China, the Skyforce, they can claim the same thing. Tonight, we are so excited. We'll get a chance to look at the man they call Flying Dragon, a fantastic forward prospect.
And it makes sense that the Skyforce land a flying dragon, right? You see what I did there? From all reports, Han Chi is pure dynamite once he takes off into the air.
Well, we're gonna see if young AI and crew can tame the dragon soon enough. With the numbers he puts up, you figure it was just a matter of time. NBA teams have their eye on Young.
Not surprising at all, given his burst. The latest rumor is that the Lakers have the most interest in him right now, but a lot of teams could be looking at him late in the NBA season.
Now here's Young. AI with the bucket. Well, the Mad Ants were excited to land AI, and he's continued to improve his game since he's arrived.
He has put in work and is razor sharp in his focus. Sometimes a player is a late bloomer, and that might be the case with AI, given how he's stepped his game up. It's so hard to contain him. He gets it done however he has to do it.
Shoots again, Fort Wayne.
Trig's been developing his inside game, and easy to see he's making progress.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Outside Han. To the middle. Evans. And he can't hit that time. Nice D from Connor Trigg. And without a doubt, Sioux City has been energized since bringing the Flying Dragon onto the roster.
Boy, when you add a dynamic athlete like the Flying Dragon, it brings a spark to the whole team. We saw the same effect happen when the Mad Ants got AI.
Tatum outside. That one a little long.
Their first miss of the game, a strong start.
Here's Han. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Active and athletic, Han Chi is a tough challenge defensively. Let's see what he does at the line. You don't get the name Flying Dragon by staying on the ground. He is sporting a 48-inch vertical. You combine that leaping ability with his height, and he might be one of the most feared aerial artists in short time.
2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And as you said with Flying Dragon, 48-inch verticals are something you just don't see.
No, you really don't see that too much. And to be able to get up like that with the frame that he has, there is nobody who can leap like that on this level or the next level. Look, the NBA is just waiting for the rest of his game to catch up, and he's going to be entertaining for years to come.
No doubt.
Well, you might have seen that article about Marcus Young recently. He's certainly a star in the G League.
Yeah, when you have the offensive talent that Young does and are as driven and ambitious as he is, you're destined for great things. Definitely a name to watch in the G League.
Yeah, one to follow, definitely.
3 on the clock, and they pick up 2.
Nice looking shot from Tatum, one he has hit many times throughout his career.
And the foul called on AI. That's his first foul. Toss to Han. And stolen by AI. They're moving it up.
Just talking with AI and the rest of the team, you get the sense that AI has really started to find himself on and maybe more importantly off the court. Having a few games under his belt with his team has put him at ease, and the results are visible on the floor.
Now here's Han, defended by Carter. Unloads from 13 feet. Han misses. The Mad Ants leading. Here's Paul Tatum from the arc. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He is now 2 for 3. And for the Fort Wayne coaching staff, this is what they hope for with AI.
Sometimes for a guy like AI who has bounced around, it's just really about finding the right environment. It seems he is starting to come to peace with himself, with this group, and you can see it in his play and in his attitude, really. That can be huge for someone who has the potential that he has.
Well, a handful of players on this Mad Ants roster could make the jump to the NBA someday. Howie Carter, not one of them.
Yeah, you know, Carter's a very talented player, but he doesn't have a standout skill that will land him on an NBA roster. He knows it, but just appreciates the process of trying to improve his game.
And the Mad Ants making a change here. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Keith. Evans, no good again that time.
You know, road life in the G League, it can be rough. Getting wins as an away team, it's no easy task because travel isn't as easy as it is in the NBA. A lot can go wrong on the road, and it feels like everything is stacked against you at times. Very close call there on the illegal screen.
Yeah, but I'd go along with it. It didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Yeah, me too, Brian.
We're about 1.5 minutes into the second quarter now. Starks, defended by Madison. Here's Lee, and the lead is down inside single digits. And as you said, road wins in the G League are never easy.
No, they're never easy. Come on, Blake. And it's not just the opposing crowds. You're sometimes getting in town late on a bus, sleeping in a strange motel. There might be bed bugs on your bed. And G League players truly feel what it's like to experience road weariness.
I mean, I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, me too.
One thing with Coach Keller is that he wants to impact more than just basketball knowledge to his players.
Absolutely. Coach Keller is of that vein where he wants his players to experience life outside of basketball, to be well-rounded men in the community. I know it's something that the players get behind and appreciate from him.
Yeah, he's just such a great coach on and off the court.
Back to Roberts. That one, good for 2.
And we see more shots coming from outside nowadays, and Roberts is doing his best to keep the interior alive.
Here's Young, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Sioux Falls gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, you know, it's important that Young develops his all-around game. He's a good scorer, but you want more than just that from him.
And good on both. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second period.
Well, you figured out it was just a matter of time before the Flying Dragon came over to the States. The numbers and performances he put up in China were absurd. And you just know that a team was going to take a closer look at what he could do over here on this side of the pond.
AI with the block.
And really a big part of shot blocking is timing. AI showing that he's capable of rejecting shots.
A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone.
Now here's Han. He has 6. And the shot goes down.
Another bucket in the paint. That's just something they have not been able to stop today. And if they want to win this game, they got to figure out how to stop it.
You know, Brian, I think it's time to switch things up on D. What they've got going on right now is not getting it done.
Tatum with the ball. He's covered by Splitter. Pass to AI. Clock at 4. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. The way that AI has come out firing in his first few goes with the Mad Ants, there is talk that he could garner NBA attention.
Exactly, Blake. If he keeps performing like he has and doesn't slip up, you have to think NBA teams simply can't ignore him. But, you know, the one thing is he can't get caught up in that. Just needs to go out and keep improving his game.
Take it day by day. Now here's Lee. Here's Hahn. Rebounded by Trigg.
You know, he has not had much success shooting the ball.
Tatum left side. Pass to Trigg. The kick out to Young. And here's Tatum. Back to Young. Here's Trigg. AI left side. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, you can't help but notice the raw athleticism of Flying Dragon. Can just blow by anybody.
Yeah, Flying Dragon's leaping ability is what jumps out at you, but he's very shifty and flexible, and he has a fantastic first step. One of the best athletes in all the G League.
It's such a treat to watch.
And the layup's good off the glass.
I love the fearlessness. AI doesn't get nervous when the defense is on him inside.
And so that's the end of the first half. Mad Ants out in front, up by 12. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final two quarters. You look at AI in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he attacked the rim in the first half was remarkable. You know, the defenders, I think they need to start building walls inside, doing whatever they can to stop the penetration.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. You know, his speed and agility make him just an incredibly tough cover.
Pass to Young. Over Lee. Again, Fort Wayne.
Taking advantage of the screen and roll. Young realizing what he has to do in these situations.
And Flying Dragon coming over from China, just like AI on the Mad Ants did.
The two, they had faced off against each other, had some great battles from what I've heard. And maybe that will carry over to this side of the Pacific.
Well, we can only hope. From 13. And no good. Now the Skyforce take it the other way. Pass to Lee. Shoots over Young. And it's wide right, hits off the rim.
3 straight misses here to start the second half. Is that good?
Here's AI. He's guarded by Lee. Now Tatum. And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. Benny Ducey picks one up.
Well, you might remember Paul Tatum had some time in the NBA, and there's a chance he can make it back. A few good performances at the end of the season, and there's a chance he gets called back up to the NBA.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Tatum, as you said, it would most likely be his last chance on making an NBA roster.
And even though he isn't the youngest player on the roster, he still has the makeup to help an NBA team for a stretch run. If he gets hot, he could end up a 12th man on a team looking for a veteran presence, but he has to show that he can still be an impact player by putting up numbers in games like this one.
Now a timeout called by Sioux Falls.
He's seeing a lot of their shots miss the mark and figured it would be a good time to draw something up for an easy look.
Yeah, you know, Tim, there's always that one go-to play every coach has in his back pocket, and that's probably the one he's drawing up, trying to get them an easy bucket out of this break.
He's got to break up this cold streak.
Pass to Jennings. Day. Tatum brings the double team. And Doug Evans with the slam.
This is what you want your center to do. Attack the defense right at the rim. Evans trying to impose his will on this game.
Back to Carter. Randolph with it. On the wing, Paul Tatum. Baseline jumper, and the jumper falls for him.
His efficient scoring, a nice lift to their offense tonight.
A difficult situation for Sioux Falls. Pass to Day. Keefe, defended by Carter. Now here is Evans. And count it! 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
Using his size to create space for the finish, Evans takes the hit and then completes the play.
The Mad Ants making a switch here. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's putting it mildly, guys. They've been absolutely dominant.
They're doing some work here in the second half. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Pass to Day. Keefe. Now Benjamin. Daniels covering. Day with it. Grace on him. Day with the bucket. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Now Calderon. AI up top. Again, Fort Wayne.
No excuse playing off of AI like this. He's a threat to shoot as soon as he gets the rock.
Keefe with it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on AI. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Daniels. Magic Calderon on the wing. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other?
AI outside and stolen by Starks. Knocked away. Down low, Evans. And he takes it in for the layup off the very nice feed.
I was never that good at math, but this math is simple. Get the ball to guys where they have the best chance of converting. And for Evans, that's got to be the painted area.
Basket good.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Starks. Pass to Keefe. And here's Barton. Evans. Daniels covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up. That one off the back iron and out. AI. No good from 11 feet. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mad Ants ahead, up by 16. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. And here's Young. Pass to Tatum. Young. Over Roberts. Young, good.
He shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect, and like we say, he's been making music all day long.
Now here's Han, covered by AI.
The ability to box out is one of basketball's fundamentals, and he's got it down.
The open shot, Paul Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to AI.
One aspect of their play today that's been far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow, it can be elusive, but the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown tonight.
And the foul called on AI. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Ducey outside. Lee, he's covered by Tatum. Here's Han, and yep, it's good.
Terrific feed. This is what Lee can do for you. He has great vision, and he's always thinking out there.
On the wing, AI. He's guarded by Lee. On the wing, Paul Tatum. Pass to Randolph. 5 to shoot. Here's Young, and the shot goes down.
A strong finish when there's no way to avoid contact. Young likes those situations, to be able to get the better of an opponent who's all over him.
Time called here. The Skyforce decide to talk it over.
It looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting, and it's going to take a little time to talk it over.
Yeah, and never a bad idea to use a timeout if there's something that's got you concerned.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Pass to Han. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in.
The teardrop is a shot that takes a lot of skill and a lot of touch. Nice job by Han Chi.
Here's Young, and Connor Trigg throws it down.
I tell you, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, he can just get up a few notches higher than everyone else.
You just can't let him get to the rim.
Yeah, and that's how the game is played inside. If you can play over the top, you've just got a great advantage.
Pass to Evans. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. And the Mad Ants call time here. And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. Pass to AI. It's stolen by Han Chi, and they're running. Rebounded by the Mad Ants.
The defense was ready for him, got a hand in his face, and made that one much tougher.
And that's something that every team needs, rugged interior defense to just make your opponent think twice about coming down the lane.
Back to AI, puts it up from 15, and he drops that one in.
There's only so much you can do when AI makes these contested shots. You just got to tip your cap to him.
Here's Han.
That was awesome.
Outrageous move, but that's what he's known for. The Flying Dragon giving us a show.
Outside Young. Pass to Randolph. Back to Young. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
And they're getting that lead way up there right now. It should be easy for them the rest of the way.
Yeah, and at this late stage of a game, a lead like that has a team feeling awfully good.
And the other one bad.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the 4th. Now here's Lee, guarded by Young. Here's Han. The putback, it's good on the putback.
I'll tell you what, if you do not put a body on Han Chi, he will beat you right over the top.
Outside Young. Over Lee. And the Mad Ants tack on 2 more.
They've been able to depend on his offense all game, guys, and he is not wasting any chances.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the game, just keep feeding him the rock.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Trigg. AI outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Here's Han. And it falls all over the rim and in.
This run really not doing them any good, coming as late as it has.
Yeah, but give them credit for showing the fight they're showing, Tim. It would have been real easy to just throw in the towel by now.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a loss probably.
Count that one.
And really, you can tell Young is in his element. He's terrific at filling it up in multiple ways.
To the paint. Here's Evans. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And that's the buzzer. Mad Ants win. They showed a lot of grit to come in here and walk out with a road win.
And coming out of Sioux Falls with a road win, it is no easy task. The Skyfirsts were fired up with Flying Dragon added to the team, but the Mad Ants were able to stay in control and put things away.
And I think the Mad Ants are the type of team to elevate their own level of play in order to spoil the debut of someone like Flying Dragon. Fantastic effort from them.
And some momentum being built for the Mad Ants with this win. That'll be it for us here in South Dakota. For Tim, Brian, and everyone here, I'm Blake Suniga saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Yo, AI.
So, you the big scout that everyone's been talking about. So what you think, man? Am I finally walking?
Look, Coach Keller might seem like he has a bag of marbles in his head, but the dude knows the game, man.
That doesn't really answer my question, but
I'm here, aren't I?
something's still missing.
Look, Marcus Young. Kid can play. A lot of eyes on him, too.
What's with you, man? I try to ask you a direct question, and all I get is this runaround. Like, I don't understand.
There you go. Like the world owes you a spot in the NBA.
All I do is work. That's all I do. And I just can't get a break. That's my problem.
You said it yourself. Something is missing. Don't ask me for answers you already have.
Well, so Marcus has this all figured out, and I don't?
Maybe. Look, I like Marcus' game. I've never talked to him. I don't know him. I do know you. People are starting to talk about you. You're making people's boards. Scouts are looking at you. But there are a lot of other guys out there, too. I mean, what separates you? Why should I pick you over Marcus?
Whoa.
What are we doing right
This
now?
is my teammate, Howie.
I know who he is. His form is impeccable. It's a work of art. The rest of his game is basically rec league, but his form should be taught in books.
You're Big Toonie, right?
I am.
Why isn't my hand going through you like it does with other ghosts?
Nope. We're not doing, nope.
The point is, AI, you're close. Just one missing piece.
He did say that thing about my jumper, right? I didn't just dream that?
Who raised you? That's what I want to know.
Oh, because I'm gonna make my future children so sick of that story, it's gonna be great!
Listen, I want you to start selling what Marcus Young is going to be 6 months from now. Then they're going to turn around real quick. Exactly. See, you and I are going to do great things. Watch. So I'm in Texas right now. We have one more game against the Vipers, but then after that, I want you to... Yeah, I'll call you back tomorrow. I didn't hear you.
It's your room too. You can take a call.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to take it in the hallway because everybody would hear, be asking, like, Marcus, what's going on, you know? You know how it is.
Yeah, man, I get it. Yeah.
Only a matter of time.
All right, well, you know what? I'll let you get back to it. And I'm sure you got a few more phone calls to make.
Nah, I got too much energy. I'm about to go get a run in. You can take the room. Plus, you look real tired anyway.
You know, there's more to this game than taking the last shot and getting your numbers. Corey Harris taught me that.
Oh, really? Tell me more. Were you guys on the beach, under the stars?
Man, go take your walk, man.
I met plenty of people like you, AI.
You know nothing about me, bro.
You think you're special. You think the whole world revolves around your thoughts, your feelings. I got a family, and people counting on me just like you. There's 491 players in the NBA. Most of them, like Corey Harris, like blue blood, so everything was just handed to him. The rest of us, we down here, we gotta fight for the few spots that they didn't take. So if the only chance I have is by stepping over my competition, I'm gonna do that by any means necessary. And right now, that's you. You better believe if I gotta go through you, I'm gonna slice you right down the middle and clear that path.
Doesn't have to be that way, man.
It does have to be that way. And you know it. Even though your little girlfriend downtown got your brain on.
Don't you dare bring her into this.
Whoa.
Don't you dare talk about her.
Whoa.
Don't you dare.
Whoa. I touched the nerve.
Keep talking, man. I dare you. Keep talking.
Hey! Knock it off! Knock it off, guys! You lay one hand on him, and you're benched against the Vipers, okay? You too, Marcus. I'm serious. I don't know what started this, and I don't care. It ends right here, right now. You got me? Do you got me?
Yes, coach.
Yeah, coach.
Come on, guys. I came up coaching high school volleyball, okay? And those kids never gave me this amount of grief. Not once! By the way, it's a very complicated sport. Don't know that I ever fully got it. That's beside the point. Get your gear. You're rooming with Howie now.
Oh, dude, awesome. Yeah, we just gotta get you some earplugs.
Oh, Howie, do us all a favor, dude. Go to the drugstore, get one of those nasal strips, staple it to your nose.
Well, no, Doc says it's hereditary.
It's not hereditary, dude. I'm telling you, okay? You have a serious medical condition. And the rest of you guys, why don't we try to act like adults, okay? It's clearly hard for us to behave like basketball players, so let's just be adults. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go hit the showers.
A 9-year-old Metro girl has a new lease on life thanks to surgery at the hospital for sick children. Tracy Hooper was given the liver of a 9-year-old accident victim in a 4-hour operation. Hooper is in critical but stable condition, normal after such an operation. Her condition will be monitored for 72 hours to see if there's any sign of organ rejection. Rick Manson's World Motion Tour is over, and what a success it was. Manson skateboarded across Canada in 11 months, raising over $14 million to fight heart disease. He covered over 5,000 miles, averaging about 100 miles per day. Manson says he wants to thank all who donated to his cause and wants to remind us that even though his journey is over, the battle against heart disease must continue. Tom and Harriet Banks are the lucky winners of this past weekend Super Lottery draw. The pair came forward to claim an $11 million prize.
Hey!
To face the media.
Oh, it smells like exhaustion and sadness in here. You're lucky I got some medication.
Why does this look like something I need an alibi for?
I know how you get hard on yourself, okay? So I was walking back from the pharmacy, anti-snore strips in hand, when I ran into this guy in the alley. And he looked tweaky, but he knew a guy who called a guy, and BAM!
Whoa. Hey, pretty sure fireworks are illegal here, bro.
Not when we're 5 miles from the Mexican border.
Somehow that makes him sound more illegal.
Will you relax? Fireworks are legal within city limits, and since we're in the middle of nowhere, you can lighten up, my friend. By lighting up. What do you say? I'm only gonna ask one more time.
Let's do it.
Hey, come on, man. Quiet down.
I'm not any louder than the fireworks are gonna be.
Look, I'm just trying to make sure the coach doesn't notice us. I'm already on thin ice.
Let's be honest, man. We played like garbage tonight. We were uptight. We were stiff. The road's getting to us. For the good of the team, man, you need to chill.
Right.
Blow
Listen,
off some steam.
I'm having a great time. I just want to make sure I keep having a great time by not getting caught.
Oh, well then. Here's a big old double shot of good time right here. I'll light one end, you light the other. Amen, let's not hit the bus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I told you. Oh, I think I'm in love.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh.
Howie? Yo, Howie?
Oh,
Howie. Yeah, I think it's time we,
Yeah, we're inside.
Okay, let's just say that this didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Nothing happened.
Run!
All right, everybody, listen up, listen up. Unfortunately, the fire department says the cause of this fire was most likely fireworks. Some kind of projectile. Pow! Okay, and I'm especially bummed because I lost all my cool clothes in the fire. Now the fire department has to go inside the building and make sure it's all safe for us before we return. And guess what? That's time we don't have. That might take all night. Howie.
Huh? Well, yeah. Yeah?
Did you go to the drugstore?
No.
Get those breathing strips like I told you?
No. I mean, yeah, yes. Breathing clear, sir.
All right, good hustle.
Thanks, Coach.
The rest of you guys are gonna hustle onto the bus, and I'm gonna try to figure out who started this fire! What kind of basketball team burns down their own hotel? Onto the bus. Everybody.
You can't leave me hanging like that.
Wait, what you mean?
Come to our game against... da-da-da, that's all you said.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I meant our game against the Memphis Hustle. It's our last road game, the Classic. Playing in the old school gym in Nicetown.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. Can't wait to see you. What's wrong?
Nothing, just, the road, this game.
You're on the right path, AI. The bigger vision, it's there.
Yeah, that's what Big Toonie kept saying.
What? Big Toonie? That's like seeing Bigfoot or Einstein and they had an encyclopedic knowledge of the Eurostep. You met him?
Yeah, I actually met him a couple times.
Okay, and this is the first time that you're telling me? This is the first thing we're talking about when I get into Nightstown. All right, get some sleep.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
How come?
Well, there was a fire at the hotel.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah, everyone's totally fine. It's just, just a crazy accident. But, we sleeping on the bus tonight, so never a dull moment.
No, I feel like I'm walking through an old shoe.
Boy, you need to show some respect. This place is basketball. And we are nothing without the old shoes that came before us.
Maybe we should focus on some new shoes.
Looks like somebody hit copy and paste 12 times on a computer.
Yeah, man, they even step the same.
Man, yo, your girl is a great writer. Tell Coach I'll be in a minute.
What?
gotta step it up, y'all. We got 10 points to come back from. Look alive and start passing more.
You mean start passing to you?
I mean, start turning the game up.
Oh, so if I give the ball to Howie every time, you'll be okay
How we
with
not
that?
gonna make no shot?
Hey, don't drag me
You
into
only
this.
worried about this because you know that scout's in the stands again.
AI. Marcus has the matchup in this game. You know he has a point. You've seen it. If we're gonna win this, it has to go through him. Come on, bro.
Whatever you say, AI. We're behind you.
Marcus. Hey, you want to beat these guys? Let's do it together. Pick and roll.
What's the catch?
No catch. I'm about winning. That's how we do it.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone, to Memphis. First half is in the books between the Hustle and the Mad Ants.
And Memphis was able to jump out to an early lead, but you can't count out the very tough Mad Ants team.
I know this team has too much pride to not come out swinging and try and even things up early on here.
Second half just getting going, so let's move on to the action.
I have no doubt that Marcus Young will eventually get the call up. He's continued his development quite nicely here in the G League. Very talented guard.
And out of bounds, the Hustle will take it.
That is such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game.
Here's Flash. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Pass to Hawkins. Outside Edwards. Hawkins. Here's Knight. He's covered by Tatum. Yep, count it.
Well, one thing you know with the Hustle is that they are going to be focused all game, Brian.
At times, the group has been called emotionless, but I think that's unfair. The Hustle never get in their own heads, no matter if they have a big lead or a big deficit.
And I like that even keel attitude.
Now here's Randolph. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Edwards with the ball. Pass to Hawkins. Now Flash. He's covered by Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. And Flash gets it to go. No doubt about it, the Memphis Hustle can play a very intimidating game of basketball.
The team comes at you in a measured and unrelenting way. It's like you're going up against a hive mind of players and coaches, and that's a daunting task.
Well, I mean, to me at least, Brian, it looked like it was going to be an easy 2 points there.
Yeah, and I can't quite read his lips, but it's pretty easy to tell. He's got some angry words for himself after that miss, but you don't want to keep your head down for too long. Get your head back in the game and get him next time.
Young shot's good.
A little bit of point guard play coming from the center position. Trigg making a dynamic pass to the open man.
Flash can't hit.
Well, when Paul Tatum is on the floor, he has just an incredibly soothing presence.
Yeah, Tatum just seems to calm everyone down, Tim. All the small mistakes start getting avoided. Players want to play for each other more. He definitely has an impact not seen on the stat sheet, just that it factor.
Yeah, good point, Brian. It is about more than the box score with him.
Time called here. The Hustle decide to talk it over. The Hustle leading. Right side, Edwards. Over Daniels. Edwards can't get it to go.
And above all else, Coach Keller, he demands accountability, both on and off the court.
Keller is fair, but he wants people to take responsibility for themselves. That means on missed rotations on the floor and keeping out of trouble off of it.
Basket counts.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Pass to Ellis. Down low. Knight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And I like how big Knight plays. He knows how to use his body and to make an impact on both ends.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And with the Memphis Hustle, not a lot of characters on the team.
It is hard to point out a player that can separate themselves from the rest of the team. PR, they have a hard time marketing them, but they are effective where it counts on the floor.
Well, maybe you should get out there, Tim. Fort Wayne trailing. Daniels outside. Softly drops in the floater.
Absolute fearlessness inside. Love seeing Daniels exert his will when he's this close to the basket.
Pass to Ellis. To the paint. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And what a matchup it is between the Hustle and Mad Ants. Two teams with two very different approaches.
Well, you think of all the characters on the Mad Ants, and it's the polar opposite of the straight-laced Hustle. It's a clash of ideology on the floor.
Now here's Daniels. Here's Calderon. The shot from the low post is good.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a bit like they did in the first.
Pass to Evans. Walker. Daniels covering. Now Evans. He's got 8. Conley, no good.
Not really sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
They ought to be.
And here's Calderon. The three-pointer off the mark.
The Hustle, they have a very versatile group of players. Many can sub in for each other during rotations, and it makes matching up easy.
Takes the 13-footer. Fort Wayne grabs the miss. Walker with the steal. Here's the break. Up the floor. And then Steven Ellis with the dunk.
Quick hands of the steal, and Matt hops in the slam.
Great sequence for them, defensively and offensively.
And good defense leads to easy baskets.
Yeah, Tim, you hit it right on the head. One usually leads to the other, and that's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Hustle on top, they're up by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. Fourth quarter action getting started. Well, one thing that you can say about the Hustle is that they play incredibly well as a unit.
This group is the very definition of what it means to be a team. I mean, if you look up team in a dictionary, this team will probably pop up. They play with a single purpose, no antics or egos, and they always show up to win.
Pass to Walker. This one for 3. AI grabs the miss. Outside Carter. Here's Calderon. Buries it down low.
Well, tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what's happening here.
You nailed it. And as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late. And with the Hustle, you know you're going to get a lot of consistency. They just don't have off nights.
Pass to Walker. And finished off by Marshall Walker.
What a beautiful way to polish that sequence off. Strong to the rack.
Well, that just puts a little more momentum on their side.
And 2 more points.
This defense is going to have to toughen up. You can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. Come on.
That one, good for 2.
Boy, the defense we've seen today reminds me of the great defensive era back in the 80s. So wouldn't you say?
Yeah, right. I mean, neither team has done enough on defense to warrant any kind of compliment.
And I'm not giving them any, that's for sure.
Beal. Pass to Evans. Shot clock at 6. From deep. That shot missing.
And Fort Wayne the other way now.
Here's Randolph. Now here's Calderon. Here's AI. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Pass to Evans. And he drops in the layup off glass.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Everybody always thinks it's passing that gets you assists, but also their movement off the ball, it's created those opportunities.
And the Mad Ants call time here. Well, you watch Marcus Young play, and he just has an incredible burst with the ball.
And he has what I like to call sneaky speed. He'll surprise you or catch you off guard just when you think you know what he's up to and just go right by you.
AI outside. Randolph. Pass to Young. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Hustle. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Wasted no time on that one.
A fine passer at his positions. Hawkins is good at recognizing when the defense has made a mistake, and he'll capitalize on it.
And the basket by Young.
It's just a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the court, guys.
The Hustle leading. Pass to Flash. Wade. Beal. Trigg defending. Here's Wade. Randolph with the steal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, the big story for the Mad Ants is the motel fire they were a part of recently. Happened in their last road trip. I know something like that can really get in the head of a team.
And here are the Hustle now. And here is Edwards. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Julian Flash on the wing. The 3. They get the rebound. Hawkins laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The D got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
And with that fire you mentioned, still no word on what happened, but hopefully some light is shed on it soon.
Yeah, Blake, the important thing is that everybody is safe. For the Mad Ants to come that close to a very dangerous situation is rattling enough, and hopefully the Mad Ants can put that behind them and not let it impact their play. Ideal possession for them, taking advantage of some sloppy defense to get the and one and make it a one-possession game.
Pass to Edwards. Shoots over Young. Hits the front of the rim and out. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Stepping up in a big way. Whenever Young does this, it shows he's ready to take the next step.
Edwards, guarded by Young. AI outside. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And now we've got the intentional foul. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend. And that's just what they have to do in order to get that ball back.
Yeah, to me, that's a good foul. Clock management, crucial at this time of the game.
He gets the first, and that will put them up 2.
And you can see that Hawkins knows what he is. Doesn't play outside of himself. Good at playing to his strengths.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt here.
And the Mad Ants call time here. Your thoughts, guys?
There's still time left, so they don't necessarily need to go for the 3 if they can get an easy bucket inside.
I'm not so sure. There's not a whole lot of time to play around with. I think they look for the 3 and try to tie this thing up.
Yeah, you could do that. I think the quick 2 might be the better play. Let's see what they do.
Pass to Randolph. Over Edwards. Yes! And that shot brings them within just 1.
Give credit where credit's due. Terrific assist inside.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall, trying to focus now on the second.
And the leadership qualities Edwards possesses are evident. He's just a guy who shows great pride in motivating his teammates, a great locker room presence.
Here's Young. Wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Major confidence under pressure. Young has the will and the attitude to be a big-time clutch player.
Memphis calls timeout. From way back. Oh, it's no good, and we're headed to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime, baby! And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this has been a great game. Overtime 1, getting going here right now. Pass to Edwards. Hawkins. Conley with it. Back to Hawkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. That shot off the mark. And Fort Wayne the other way now. Here's AI. And the Mad Ants tack on 2 more.
When you play like AI has since arriving to the Mad Ants, you're bound to get some attention. And there are some NBA whispers that have started to surface. You figured it was just a matter of time with the way that he's been producing for this team.
Here's Conley. Back to Knight. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the poise Knight has in these moments, has no problem taking important shots.
4 quarters, not enough. We're just over a minute into OT now. Tatum, Hawkins covering. Back to Trigg. Nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And what about the leadership Trigg shows here, knowing they need a bucket and taking the job on himself?
Outside Edwards. Poked away. Pass to Conley. Let's go with a 3. Kept alive.
He shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for a tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
AI, no good.
That can happen to anyone, but you know something? It's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, just lost his concentration for a split second, and really that's all it took.
Ugh.
Conley with it, guarded by Young. Shot from the wing. Royal Knight, he's open. Tries again. And it falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
He is tireless, guys. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's just such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Time called here. The Hustle decide to talk it over. And what do you guys think?
They do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try it.
Yeah, you know, and I think the key thing, probably what the coach wants to see, is a good shot. It's important they convert here.
Conley. Pass to Edwards. With the fadeaway, and it falls!
And the smooth-looking jumper of Edwards, very capable of connecting from the mid-range.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Young, defended by Edwards. And lots of contact there, missing the shot, but he'll shoot 2. That's on Royal Knight.
Well, they had the foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Well, at least they're stopping the clock, Tim. That's not the worst-case scenario for them.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up 2.
Yeah, and Young's already getting a little bit of a reputation around the G League. The perception is that he's not here to make friends. He's here to get noticed and get to the next level as soon as he can.
Time called here. The Hustle decide to talk it over. And what's your take, guys?
They got 2 options. Take the 3 to tie it, or get a quick 2, then foul.
And if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 wouldn't be a bad call, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
It has to come immediately. You cannot waste a second.
Here's Edwards. Not enough on that one as it misses. And they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
Pass to Conley from deep. Rebounded by Trigg. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point ball game.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we hit overtime.
That's the buzzer, and the Mad Ants complete the comeback. Fantastic win for the team.
Well, you knew the Mad Ants, they were not going down without a fight. Not in this gym, and not with a squad which showed a lot of heart in the comeback effort.
And you can feel the fans here in the gym get the sense that the Mad Ants had a lot of fight in them left. Games like this are why you never give up.
Definitely a win that all of Fort Wayne can be proud of. For Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga signing off. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast as much as we did, and we'll see you next time.
Nikki, hey.
Hi, yeah, first of all, this is totally fine. We can fix this. I only wanted people to know about the fire so that we could see that you guys had a rough night. You know, I thought it'd be a good story before or after a game, whether you won or lost. Mad Ants rise from the fire to play again.
Slow down. What are you talking about?
After I published the story, websites started posting links to the video. You should have told me what really happened. I never would have written anything.
Video?
I didn't know there was a video.
What? Come on.
I've got this. I know how to handle this.
Wait for me outside, okay? Wait for me outside.
All right.
Don't say anything. Just watch this.
I'll let one in, Eli Diaz.
Yeah, I think it's time we,
Yeah, we're inside.
Okay, let's just say that this didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Who posted this? Coach, I just think I should know who recorded this if
What
it's
did
going
I
to be
tell
treated
you?
like evidence.
What did I tell you when I took you on? I talked about discipline and control and respect. You don't have any discipline or control. You just lost my respect. You know what else? You lost your place on this team.
It's over. Everything I've worked for was just wasted, gone.
You can get past this. Spin it, apologize.
Look, I'm not some star player who just sent out a few bad tweets, Nikki. I'm nobody. When you're nobody, they have no reason. They need one reason just to say no, and I served it up. I served it right up to them.
Start over.
I'm sick of tired. I'm so sick of starting over. You said you wouldn't have written anything.
What are you talking
The
about?
video. You said if you knew about the video, you wouldn't have written anything. Is that true?
I don't like where this is going, AI.
But this is your job. This is what you do. You wrote the story, Nikki.
You think that
started
I'm
this.
going to ruin your career for a couple of
Do
retweets?
you know
What is
where
wrong
that
with
video
you?
came from?
What does it matter where it came
Because
from?
it had to be Marcus.
I don't know. You can check a couple original postings if you do some digging. So what?
You wrote the story, Nikki. You wrote it. People piled on, but you started this. You wrote it. This is your fault, Nikki. This is your fault.
This was a mistake.
What do you mean?
I told you the first night that we went out what my line was,
No,
and
Nikki.
you crossed it.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Get
Yeah,
out.
No, Nikki, I didn't
Find your
mean
own way
it.
back to Fort Wayne.
Marcus the Legend? Didn't even bother to change your username, did you?
You look upset.
You a snake.
Hey, man, I told you I would do everything I have to do to climb over you. Then you just happen to be careless enough to turn your back on me. You'd be lying if you said to yourself that you wouldn't do the same thing. So, checkmate. Game over.
Oh, man. I had a friend once tell me that people can recognize desperation just as quickly as talent. And I didn't listen to him. I mean, I knew he was talking to me, but I just figured, just words. I didn't care. But I get it now. In this exact second, me running in here, hollering at you, getting caught up in all this, the league. Seeing you now is like, it's like looking in a mirror. And if that's what it takes, I don't want it. So yeah, man, you're gonna get the call now, sure, but it won't last, Marcus. Teammates, coaches, they gonna smell it on you, all that fake hustle, that locker room chess. You're just gonna grind yourself straight back here to where you started. Just a sad weekend amateur, struggling to put a ball through.
Cool story, bro. Seriously, like, beautiful, amazing story. I liked it so much. I'm going to text you a picture of my first game check. Why are you still here? We're done, right?
Yeah, man. We done.
You're done.
I didn't look so bad. You didn't. You recorded that whole conversation?
I did.
He doesn't know I'm helping you, does he?
Listen, you made the right call by posting that video. Together, you and I, we're gonna do great things. No one I ever want to see him on another roster after this, unless it's like a local rec league. So, what do you think?
I got some old videos. I can make it work.
Yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
This is AI coming at you from Indiana, all by way of China. It's just gonna be a matter of time before the NBA sees what I can do. Fort Wayne, I can't wait to kiss his sorry excuse for a town goodbye. Corey Harris, I'm coming for you. You're gonna be buried right next to Marcus Young.
No, that's not me!
Hey, excuse me, hey. Your busboy Zach Coleman, is he here?
No.
Well, when's he gonna be back? I need to talk to him.
I don't know. He's off in the NBA, living his dream, managing Marcus Young. We're all very proud.
Marcus Young?
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yes. Friendly piece of advice.
Fort Wayne, I can't wait to kiss his sorry excuse for a town goodbye.
I'd try to find somewhere else to eat.
I'm very excited to be here with the Spurs. I mean, I'm also excited to experience the great town of San Antonio. It's a dream come true. Honestly, I'm really humbled by it all. It's the opportunity to be a part of such a great basketball legacy. Everything that Popovich is.
I'm pretty brave. Being seen out in public with career kryptonite.
Don't forget Fort Wayne's most hated.
Right? Old boy at the burger stand even charged me full price today.
Earl? He never asks full price.
Uh-huh. And then he charged me extra for pickles. And he said, "Have a nice day, IA." Which I didn't totally get, but I assume was an insult.
Nah, I think that's just Earl. He calls me Bert. Even if I correct him, he's still like, "Have a great day, Bert."
So what y'all doing here?
News. You hear about this guy?
No. What?
Bought himself a fishing boat.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna be getting that 12th-man spot. So, it's over. Moving to the Keys, let my belly grow.
Got room for one more?
Hey, no way, man. I'm bored that thinking. It's a slippery slope to early bird specials and afternoon bingo games with blue hairs.
Oh, baby. That does sound good.
Look, I'm just saying. I don't know how to fish and I get seasick, but I learn pretty quick.
You're not listening to a word I've said, have you? Hey, you're not gonna spend your time wasting your career on a boat with me. AI.
I got no offers, man. Season's done for me. I don't know, man. Maybe my career's done.
We see right through it. You'll be screaming for a training camp in a month.
Doesn't matter how loud I scream if no one wants to hear it.
Read this.
What is it?
An article. I'm about to publish it on the tape that Zach and Marcus made.
Wait. The audio? You were able to...
I made a couple calls. I had an engineer friend of mine prove that your rant was edited.
This is... Nikki, thank you.
I mean...
Thank you.
Well, what they did was wrong, and they deserve to be called out.
Look, Nikki,
Wherever you end up, try and remember this place. These faces. Make sure they stay a part of you.
Hello?
Have trouble finding me?
Kind of hard to miss, bruh.
Now, you showed me something back in Shanghai when you helped me up from that dunk. I knew the idea of a bigger picture was in you. I'm sure things got awkward in LA, but I've been checking your season here and there. You look good. Focused. On point. And then...
Didn't work out the way I hoped. That's all.
I knew something was off. I called Tatum. He told me what happened, about how you set him up against a dragon, how you sacrificed in front of the scouts, how you let Marcus shine and who was your gym. So I checked the tape.
Yeah, what'd you think?
We got one game left this season. It's for the 8th spot in the playoffs.
Against the Spurs and Marcus Young.
Hmm? He's blowing up. Every game putting up bigger numbers. If he's playing at 100, he's gonna roll us. And our guy who usually guards him is out, so we figured you might want to take him. You know his weaknesses, and that's why you're here. Trial. One game. Show us what you got. If you shut him down, you seize your opportunity, you'll be in the league to stay. Have your choice of teams next season. Teammates? One more time? What do you say?
I won't let you down.
The Lakers aren't doing me a favor, AI. You earned this.
What's your name?
Don't overextend.
Mm-hmm. Marcus will make the mistakes if you let him flow to you naturally.
Man, I am nervous.
I know. It'll keep you on edge, okay? Visualize. Execute.
So, how's Fort Wayne?
Cold. Snowy. This is your time, AI. Take it.
I just wish this wasn't over.
It's not over. We'll just be something else.
Will I see you again?
I hope so.
AI.
Coach Stackhouse, hey.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Just wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you. Listen, I know we didn't get off to a great start.
Are you kidding? I didn't have to deal with your drama. Now I'm lousy with hoagies. Best of every world.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad.
And I just wanted to announce you have a starting place in the lineup for South Bay.
What?
I'm yanking your chain.
Oh, okay.
You get out there and knock them dead tonight. Laker.
Thank you.
Now's the hard part. You gotta stay here.
No, man, I already told you. Marcus Young does not appear for anything less than $50,000. Well, does he get to keep the ride? Okay. Yeah, he'll think about it.
You get better reception outside.
Nah, it's okay. I did what I needed to do. Everything good?
Yeah. It's great, man.
That's great. Awesome. Wow. Look at you. I'm
I thought
proud
Marcus
of you.
was an easier coat to ride.
Oh,
So you
hold
threw
on.
me away the second you realized I had other plans than being a mercenary, take no prisoners killer.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about here.
Only you could have helped Marcus edit that audio.
Look, man, I want you both to succeed, but sometimes you gotta make a choice.
This area is for players, staff, and approved guests only. You none of those.
It's a business, man. Not if I can help it.
And one of the feel-good stories of the year, the emergence of AI. Worked his way through the G League.
He's still learning how to create for others, but he's a great prospect. Trust me, this guy's like double-sided tape. He gonna be sticking, Harry.
AI's first taste of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Last outing for the Lakers, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to the Clippers at Staples Center. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. And it's amazing. Final game of the regular season upon us. Some teams have nothing to gain by playing their starters. But, Shaq, you can't rest guys the way you used to.
Yeah, you can. The way the league sees it, unless a guy's injured, he should play. You know, ticket prices are high. It protects the fan. And, again, if you get hurt, just call me. Man up. I got that icy hot for you.
Oh, no question. But you can also manage the minutes, though. You can really do it. Guys just play a certain amount and not really overdo it. Just be smart about it. You know, Popovich is great at that.
It hurts right here. Do you have some icy hot?
Actually, I have some right here, Ernie.
How can it be icy and hot at the same time?
I don't know, but it is.
I can't tell you the formula.
It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Man up.
Yeah. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's like wet and dry.
You man up too, Kevin.
You're wet and dry at the same time.
Good luck, Marcus.
Please. Enjoy your first and last game in the league, chump.
Tonight's matchup, two transition offenses. Steve, over your 14 NBA years, who are some of your favorite teammates to run the fast break with?
You know, one that comes to mind was probably the quickest, Tony Parker. I mean, when he first entered this league, he had jets.
Yep. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Green out there with Young. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. So the San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And Lopez gets it to go.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now, here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Gasol kicks to Anderson. Young outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And you know what? They were forced to go deep into their bench due to foul trouble, and that one didn't work out well.
Well, anytime you have to change up your rotation, it can disrupt the flow.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
He hits the second from the line.
And for the Spurs, they're still finding ways to improve the roster, but you can never really replace a Tim Duncan.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Pass to Aldridge. The 17-footer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Good rhythm on the catch and shoot. Aldridge feeling that one.
Ball kicks to Lopez. To the inside. Here's Randall. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Here's Gasol. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
May have been a foul. Anyway, Gasol absorbs the hit, but strong enough to finish through it.
Ball against Anderson. That one goes in. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Young's shot is off. The Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Harris wide open. He shoots. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. San Antonio trailing here. And Anderson kicks to Young. Offline with his 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Lopez. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Harris. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Lonzo Ball. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Anderson. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Green. And Murray's subbed in for Young. Murray, no good.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Murray against Thomas. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Gay. 5 on the clock. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. From down in the low post, it goes. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays.
Steve, when we talk about signature shots in the NBA, what about Aldridge's fadeaway jumper?
Usually starts with him backing down the defender. He turns, faces up, transfers weight from all the way forward to all the way back. Add in the high release point, virtually unblockable.
And Caldwell-Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
First one falls for him. And with Caldwell-Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives a lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense, and it's very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screens.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray kicks to Gay. From 13, it's hauled in by Zubats. Lakers leading by 3. Down low, here's AI, and he drops in the layup off the glass. AI's got his first points of the game.
And Corey Harris, a star player in college, a very polished product when he came into the NBA, and he just looks like a natural leader out there on the floor.
Harris quickly becoming, Greg, one of the bigger names and stars in the NBA. I know this team was simply ecstatic to land him on draft day, and he's a big part of their future. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Pass to Zubats. And he jams it right over Laverne. Ho-ho!
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Kuzma. And Mills kicks to Gay over AI. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 5 points so far.
Well, boy, I'll tell you, from mid-range, Rudy's shot mechanics look effortless.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. A different look now for San Antonio. Well, Smitty, the last day of the regular season, it has been a wild ride, but nothing compared to what we expect to see in the playoffs.
Not at all, Kevin. Nothing. Everything gets turned up a notch in the postseason. I can't wait to see teams battle, their intensity level. The dislike starts to happen in the playoffs.
You know, to the naked eye, it's just the speed of the game just is ratcheted up, and you can really see that.
Yeah, you can see that. Then you can see the attention to detail, especially on the defensive end. People are locking in and locking in on their assignments.
Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's AI in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Young after the basket by the Lakers. The pass to Gasol. And Anderson kicks to Young. Elbow shot. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
You know, solid instincts defensively. Young showing a real desire to compete on that side of the ball.
Now, here is Young. He has 7. Aldridge finds Gasol. Young with no one around. Off target with his 3. Lakers trail by 6. Lakers working the ball around now. Ball against Anderson. Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. Lopez passes the ball. Lopez inside, guarded by Green. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And here's Young from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 10.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Anderson against Ball. Kicks to Randall. AI outside. And it falls over the rim and in.
And it's not hard to see AI out there in an NBA uniform and not be reminded of that huge dunk he pulled off while playing in China. I still remember that play going viral.
Yeah, Greg, he was the talk of basketball after pulling off that dunk, and it actually helped him kickstart his path to the NBA. It's incredible, isn't it, how a dunk can change a career. Here's Aldridge. Buries it down low. He has 6.
In this league, you learn quick. You can play great defense, and it doesn't matter. Tough shot by Aldridge.
And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting, you know. It's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball, you know. It's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Marcus Young really making a difference here.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
You know what? It hasn't been his role, but he has the skill set to do it. Maybe this is a new wrinkle to his game.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Here's Harris. Lopez kicks to Ball. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple. Ball's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Lakers.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Now here's Green. Young in the corner, down to 5 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way, and another basket for San Antonio.
Yeah, easy to admire the confidence Young has. It's what allows him to score at will sometimes.
Ball against Anderson. Inside. Fires from the line. And that one hits back iron.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Now Ball. After Marcus Young missed from long range. Young with the steal. Here's Green. Some solid defense from Harris.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Now, here is Young. 12 points for him. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Wow, Aldridge attacking the rack. I love it.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
Knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, one dribble, and knock it down.
And the Lakers with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Mills looking it over. He feeds it to Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Lakers trail by 8. Pass to Hart. He kicks it to AI. Nice shot from 10 feet out. AI's got 6 points. You know, Greg, when you talk about AI, you have to mention that he was playing in China before getting a chance here in the NBA.
And just reading about his time in China, it seems like that whole experience was a harsh dose of reality for AI that never quite felt at home. And while he did improve his game, I know he is glad to be back in the States.
Here's Thomas after the basket by San Antonio. There's the 3. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Ginobili finds Gay over AI. That's good from Gay on the assist by Ginobili. And it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
This is the confidence Rudy has in himself, looking to score as soon as he gets the rock.
Thomas passes to AI. Stolen by Gay. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
And you watch Rudy Gay. When he's in rhythm, he can still help you out. Good athlete, good jump shooter. Not an easy matchup for opponents.
That one is off. And Smitty discussing Gay. He seems... Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Harris is out there with ball, and it's AI in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Now here is Aldridge. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Young passes to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Ginobili can't hit. Lakers trail by 14, and the Lakers call time here.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync.
All right, everybody, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up. Hey, keep it tight. Don't let up on Marcus. You got that?
Yeah, we clear. I understand.
All right, man. Now, look, let's bring this W home. Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Ready? Right.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Murray. Ball against Young. Here's AI. Good work there as it goes. And we don't have to tell you folks about just how important this final game of the regular season is. To put it in plain terms, win and you're in.
And for the Lakers and Spurs fans, this is what it's all about. There's just so much history between these two franchises. And even though this is a regular season game, it's got an air of a Game 7 feel to it.
Time now for an injury report. You've got a chance to check up on Rudy Gay's status. David?
After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. And you couldn't have a worse time for this injury, Kevin, especially as the last games of the season are approaching.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
And Young kicks to Ginobili. Passes to Aldridge. Back to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Young. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Lakers trail by 9. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. 8 points for Julius Randle.
Easy to be in awe of Harris, a solid teammate who has a strong feel for when to pass.
Ball against Young. To the inside, Gasol. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Tall with a terrific skill set. Gasol remains one of our better scorers inside.
Ball against Ginobili. Here's Lopez. The shot from the low post is good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Spurs leading by 7. 54 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Young dishes to Aldridge. Pass to Mills. Shot clock at 6. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
Young finds Mills. Gasol with it. And here is Aldridge. Lopez with the block.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
Young outside. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season.
Hey, Big Toonie, you made it. I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Had a good game, kid.
Thank you. So, what you think? Am I running yet?
It's just the beginning. You'll have a lot of teams to choose from this summer. I'll make sure. Welcome to the NBA.
Thank you. Thank you.
What it do, youngin'? Hey, appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can, thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
So when you moving to a new spot?
Oh, you know, a couple weeks back.
I still remember my first check, man. Had the little Knicks logo on the top corner. Next day, I went out and bought me a watch or a Frosty. 3 weeks later, on the road in Miami, hit up Mansion post game, and the next morning, woke up, poof, 200 large, gone.
You heard of insurance?
I thought I was gonna play forever. Like Vince Carter, collecting a paycheck and a pension. Last thing I remember was James Harden's grin. He hit me with that half cross, half carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back, and next thing I see, black. Woke up in Cedars. Mama was sitting there with a Bible on her lap while the doctor told her that I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means my heart muscles were so swollen, blood couldn't pass through no more. Doctor told me I could never play ball again. It's the worst day of my life. The hoop was my identity, man. It was my reason. After that, man, I just spun out, you know? People try to reach out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect. Oh, try to make me feel better, but I wasn't hearing them. Wasn't long before I was back in my mama's crib in Jersey. Same single bed, flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese melts. The humbling comes for us all. Matter of fact, I still remember the first time I saw you playing the Dykeman. You was a freshman. So cocky, you'd make LeVar Ball blush.
Oh, all right. So that's why you took my ankles, huh? Man, I remember. People still send me gifts of that.
That's why you so salty, huh? Man, you are competitive. I get it. No one likes to clown it. Man, the reason I did that, though, man, you was out there stealing my shine, man. I couldn't just relinquish the crown, man. It's Dykeman.
I know, man. They never let you forget.
Right? Man. So we good?
Yeah, man, we good.
All right. See, the real reason I'm here, man, I want to manage you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yo, man, have you ever managed anyone?
I mean, technically, you're the first player I've ever even approached about this. But wait. You know, the last few years, I was coaching AAU, and I was finishing up my finance degree. You know, I've been paying my dues.
Look, I don't know, man. Like, what's an undrafted free agent even need with a manager? You know, agent and lawyer got me covered.
No. Listen, they're deal makers. I handle the day-to-day. I'm talking media, endorsements. For instance, how much you paying for this crib, huh?
I don't know, 6.
6. It's a new apartment building over on Park that's willing to let you live there rent-free if you just mention them on social media. I got a car dealership and a furniture warehouse that's willing to do the same thing. That's a new crib and a new car gratis. I mean, it might not be glamorous, but listen, you gotta think about this. Do you want to be the kid with the frosty wrists? Or the one with the diversified portfolio, huh? Look, our paths wouldn't even pass a sobriety test. But we made it back. You're survivors. The real ones. Just imagine what we could do together, man. That's all I'm asking. Just imagine it, man.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.
Your My Player can be one of the All-Star Team captains, too. Earn your name.
The 2K Sports pregame show. NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
AI, go get him.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for...
Thanks very much. Well, unusual circumstances for AI. This opening night is just the second regular season game he's ever played.
Thank you for that, David. You think back to when AI made his debut at the end of last season. Just a whirlwind of time for him, guys.
You know, it must have felt like being dropped onto a moving treadmill. I mean, and being asked to keep pace. I mean, I'm sure AI will appreciate having a more typical start to his first full NBA season.
Two conference rivals, C-Web, squaring off tonight. A little extra. You can feel it riding on this one.
Oh, yeah. And you know how the conference rival games go. These games can mean a lot at the end of the season when you're talking about playoff seeding, tiebreakers.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Taking a look at the Lakers.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way. And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. And Lillard kicks to Hood. The tray. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 5 now.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
To the inside, James, and finished off by LeBron.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Ingram against Lillard. The Lakers with the rebound. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way, pushing their lead to double digits.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape it.
Lillard dishes to Hood. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Leonard, he's checked in for Zach Collins. And the Lakers also making a switch. Stevenson's checked in. And it's the Lakers' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Stevenson against Lillard. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side, Leonard. Here's AI. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Stevenson leading the charge over Hood. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. You get as many people involved as you can early on.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. Ingram is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Chandler in at the 5 down low. 6 on the shot clock. Ball with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 11. The clear strength of the Blazers is their backcourt of Lillard and McCollum.
Well, and the two complement each other so well. Both can create and dish for one another. Both can take over a game with their shooting, and they're the engine that drives this whole offense.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Stevenson passes the ball, kicks it to LeBron. Over Hood, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Well, LeBron making one of the biggest splashes over the summer, signing with the Lakers, and Greg, it happened pretty fast.
And the Lakers front office have been recruiting LeBron hard. LeBron talked with Kobe about his time with the organization and what to expect before making his decision.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today. AI is checked in for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Nurkic is out there with Aminu, and it's AI in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Nice shot by Rondo.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field now.
Trailblazers trail by 16. And Lillard kicks to AI. Portland no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Harris misses. Everyone seems to suffer small injuries, C-Webb, over the course of a season. Who does the best, you think, at battling through those minor bumps and bruises and injuries and still continues to play well?
You know what, Kevin? I can't answer that question because whoever does it does not let us know also that they're hurt.
They hide it. Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because the main guys that get through it, they're not going to tell you.
Good point. Here's AI. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, Nurkic with the steal. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's AI. He's tightly guarded. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Rondo. And it's McGee atop the key. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Corey Harris. Harris missing again.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. McCollum, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Harris kicks to Rondo. And there's the pass to LeBron. Lots of room. And the Lakers with another miss.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
McCollum finds Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard on them.
Here's Turner. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Up top, Harkless shoots it up. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Oh, he was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ingram is out there with Lance Stevenson. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Harris. And it's Hart in at the 3. To the right side. And a wide open look for Rondo. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 19.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Turner dishes to Hood. Back to Turner. Passes to AI. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Rondo with it. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, AI. Interview request for you. Come on.
Well, for me, I barely played.
They want to hear from you.
AI.
What's
Griff
up?
Bryant. Thanks for talking to me. Congrats on your debut.
Thank you.
Well, now, you didn't get a chance to contribute much, but I'm always interested in how new players feel with that first game in the books. What'd you think about tonight?
I mean, you know, it was a learning experience, that's for sure. There's a lot of great guys in this team, guys that have been great to give me advice, helpful and help me to get ready for whatever the NBA is going to throw at me. You know, it was an honor to even be a small part of that tonight.
After college, you spent some time in China and then the G League. The NBA must feel like a whole new world.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. You know, I'm still playing basketball, and I'm still part of the team, just like I was in Shanghai, you know, Fort Wayne. But my time in both those places taught me a lot about what it means to be a good teammate. And, you know, I just look forward to using that knowledge to help me get some W's.
That's refreshing to hear coming from a player that just finished his first game of the season. Listen, thanks again, AI, and congrats on the debut.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Griff. AI, you're good to go.
All right. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Portland as the Trailblazers go up against the San Antonio Spurs.
Hey, I need to see when I'm done talking. AI, how you feeling? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm ready, Coach.
I just wanted to let you know that I've been talking with the coach, and you're going to be getting some more minutes moving forward, starting tonight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
You've been playing well, AI. Keep it up.
I will. Thanks again.
Charles, my office.
Let's go.
The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge.
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
LDA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. One of the interesting storylines of this young season, Brent Barry, the surprising early development of a couple rookies in the league.
Early development of rookies is a great thing for a young team because all of a sudden somebody's taking the reins. And I think coaches always appreciate when a rookie comes in, he does the work in the offseason, all that work starts to pay off. But now rookies tend to start looking towards somebody else, or the team starts looking towards that young player as somebody who may be able to handle.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. AI is checked in for Jake Layman. And Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gasol. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Derek White's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Murray's subbed in for Young. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Pirtle. White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Bertans in at the 4. And that one's good, Lillard.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Murray against Lillard. Murray outside. Bertans kicks to White. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Pirtle. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And finished off by Collins.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Bertans. Murray outside. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Portland's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. 23 seconds left in the first. from 12 feet out. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Spurs making a switch here. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Cantor inside. Fader on the way. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We come back right after this. Well, we've got a minute now. Let's hear what it was like for AI in his first NBA game.
I look back on it, and it was just a surreal experience, you know, getting the call up, joining the team. Everything happened so fast I didn't have time to, like, overthink it or overanalyze it. So it was a bit of a ride, but, I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way given the circumstances.
And that first game must have been a whirlwind for him.
Joining the team when he did with that much on the line, that's a lot of pressure to drop anyone into. AI showed, though, he could handle it and prove to be an asset.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Murray. Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. AI can't hit. San Antonio trailing here.
Last season, the Blazers were at a bit of a crossroads, wondering if they should start over and make some major changes. Some rumblings at the trade deadline of maybe one of their diminutive guard positions might have been on the move, but they stayed with the group. Terry Stotts did a remarkable job and made some slight...
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. AI comes in for Myers Leonard. Layman, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Hood subbed in for Lillard. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Purdy. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Derek White's checked in for Brent Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Young. With the core of Lillard and McCollum, not easy to break that up.
Well, as bad as the first round might have been for the Blazers last year in terms of getting swept, it's very unique to have that kind of skill in the backcourt and hard to give up on. It's a team that won 13 straight in 2018, so the talent is there. It's just about the pieces and establishing a new chemistry with those pieces that'll be imperative for the Blazers.
Prior to the start of the last season, Aldridge signed a contract extension to stay with San Antonio, to the surprise of many. Most fans thought he wanted out.
Well, I think the Spurs bet on Aldridge turning things around a little bit. Maybe after 1 year in the system, he would find it to be a little bit more comfortable, and he ended up having one of his best seasons to date. I mean, you could include his years in Portland in that as a cornerstone for the Spurs franchise now. Sometimes it just takes a clear head and a little bit of communication, and Pop and LaMarcus sat down and had that talk, and last year he had a tremendous season.
Offensive rebound. Murray, good. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
McCollum kicks to Hood. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Over Aldridge. Here's Layman. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
No luck that time either.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's DeRozan. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's San Antonio up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum has been an almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. AI is checked in for Jake Layman. And Hood subbed in for McCollum. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he is checked in for Gasol. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. White, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Young. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner 3.
They've got Myers Leonard, Damian Lillard out there with Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's AI in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Baseline jumper, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Lillard.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Here's DeRozan, banked in off the glass. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
AI with it, now guarded by Pirtle. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. DeRozan surveying the D. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Here's Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Spurs, Murray out there with White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bertans in at the power forward position. Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum outside. Pass to Collins. shoots. Not going to go that time. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Murray against Lillard. Murray dishes to White. Back to Murray. And the pass to Bertans. Over Collins. Bertans' shot is good. Bertans got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs. Lillard with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Poked away. White against McCollum. Back to Lillard from outside the arc. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
San Antonio calls timeout. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
It's gonna be amazing.
Dunking, I tell people all the time.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for one.
AI, go get him.
The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon, with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come in off a good outing against the Spurs, and they barely squeak by with that one, edging out by just 1 point.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And AI is subbed in for Layman. And then for Washington, Bobby Portis is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Jabari Parker. And Sam Decker's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. So on the floor for Washington. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Decker is out there with Green. And it's Portis in at the 5 down low. Now Wall. After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. AI left side. 8 feet away. Decker with the rebound. Wizards trail by 3. And our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to speak with Scott Brooks. David?
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players, get out and transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's AI after the made shot from Bobby Portis. A nice shot by AI.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Wall against Lillard. And Wall kicks to Beal. Kept alive by Washington. Here's Green. And the rejection by Collins. Nobody near Lillard. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's a 3-point game. Wall. And too long on the shot. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The fadeaway. Out to AI. Pass to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Steps back and drains the jump shot. McCollum's got 7.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Here's Wall. Beal from long range. No good on the last second attempt there. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. One of the most lethal scorers in the game, All-Star Damian Lillard, talks about why confidence is big for him.
I like a challenge. I love being here, and I feel like, you know, if I have the confidence in myself that I say I have, then we could bring in some guys that can get better, and we can build something from here on out. Same thing happened with Golden State. You know, nobody talked about Golden State 4 years ago.
And the Blazers, Greg, disappointed with last year's first-round defeat, but they've assembled some nice talent.
And like he said, we've seen teams jump into title contention more quickly than expected in the past.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
They've got AI. Damian Lillard out there with Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Leonard in at the 4 slot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Well, even with bouncing around last season with the trade, Rodney Hood continued to improve his shot and his percentages. And when his shot is falling, boy, he can be a handful.
Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. And the shot goes in. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball. He's got 8.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Wall.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Lillard, the pass to Hood. Back to Lillard, the 3, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And Wall kicks to Decker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Trailblazers leading by 4. Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Washington calls timeout. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract is...
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He nailed it from long range in that quarter, winds up with a total of 4 three-pointers in the period. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive for the Trailblazers. Myers-Leonard comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And AI is subbed in for Lehman. And a switcher also for Washington. Portis is checked in. And it's sent back by Leonard. They get it back. It's stolen by Aminu. So on the floor for Washington. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Howard is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. He kicks the Wall. Beal against McCollum. Left side, Beal. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall. Well, you think about the Washington Wizards and the problems they have had on the interior defending. Last year, they gave up a ton of points in the paint, and for the past 3 years, they've been around the bottom of the league for block shots.
Howard finds Ariza. 1:46 left in the third quarter of the game, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, DA. Thank you. And Doris, so much of Washington's talent lately has been on the perimeter.
Right. It begins with an all-star backcourt. You've got the ferociously fast John Wall and the sweet shooting Bradley Beal. But I think they do need to balance that with a little bit of interior play.
Wizards trail by 21. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Nice ball movement by Washington. Portis kicks to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Bobby Portis.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
McCollum passes to AI. Rebound, Washington. Ariza dishes to Wall. Back to Ariza. To the middle. Here's Bryant. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D from Cancer. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Down low. Here's AI. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 4th rebound in this one. Right wing. Right side, Wall. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Wall. Ariza's got 5 now.
Well, a lot of Wall's passes end up on the highlight reel. He just makes it so easy for his guys to catch and finish.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers lead by 16. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good job defensively. Good job on dropping on the rolls. Keep rebounding. Don't lose men in transition.
Well, Terry praising his guys, GA, bringing it on the defensive end. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Yo, have y'all gotten any word about the MJ golf tournament this year?
I heard about it.
Not yet.
Located like that. We have a good group of guys.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center.
AI, how you feeling, man?
Doing good, Coach.
Doing good? All right, well, listen, I just want to let you know that I've been talking with the coach. You're going to be getting some more minutes moving forward, starting tonight.
That's great.
Yeah?
Y'all do my best with the time I'm given.
I know you will, man. You're doing well. Keep it up.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, for decades we have seen elite big men dominate in the paint, but with more and more threes, they now have to cover a lot more ground defensively. So a few executives think the center position may undergo some downsizing in the years to come. Kevin?
Foot speed at a premium. David, as always, thank you. At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But, Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season?
Kevin, it can be a night and day change in some cases because of injuries or change in personnel. Those things can show up during the course of a long season to make teams look totally different. And I think the changes that transpire with teams are usually more pronounced with younger teams because you can actually sometimes see those guys get better and better from week to week.
Here we go. And the Magic start out with the ball. AI is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. The Magic have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. On the floor for Portland, Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Nurkic is out there with AI, and it's Layman in at the 3 spot.
Aaron Gordon has a special combination of athleticism and size, and I think his skill set is perfectly tailored for how the game is played today.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup. Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Layman kicks to Lillard. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Count that one. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And for Jusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, when he's got the height advantage down low, it's over. Forget about it. It's a wrap. You got to send more help if you're the defense.
And the basket by Gordon. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The pass to Lehman. Nurkic against Vucevic. Nurkic kicks to Lehman. Isaac with the steal. McCollum against Fournier. Pass to Vucevic from outside the arc. And Lehman pulls it down.
And, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Here's AI. Yep, that one goes in there. AI's got his second basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
To the inside. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
McCollum kicks to Lehman. Passes to Lillard. Here's Lehman. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Fournier. McCollum, no good. Magic leading by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Gordon.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard against Gordon. Here's McCollum. It's on target from the high post. McCollum's got 7 points.
Man, you like the intelligence he plays with. You got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be back with you shortly. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well for the Magic. Vucevic comes in for Mozgov, and Fournier subbed in for Aaron Gordon. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Aminu comes in for Zach Collins. AI is checked in for Harkless, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Rodney Hood. Farouk Aminu is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's McCollum, and it's AI in at the small forward position. Ross against McCollum. Here's Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Aminu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Isaac's checked in for the Magic. Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic is checked in. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
1:06 left in the first half of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fultz kicks to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around to stop the run and misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And 2 for 1, that's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
Jake Layman's checked in for Portland. Here's Fultz. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Layman pass to Nurkic. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now, here's Fultz. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. They need this one. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Mozgov comes in for Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fournier. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. AI is checked in for Jake Layman. Rodney Hood subbed in for Damian Lillard. Mozgov is out there with Bamba. And there's Fultz. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Augustine in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Fultz. Over Hood. The Magic again can't hit. Portland leading by 5.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. McCollum dishes to AI. They grab their own miss. Here's Kanter, and he comes up with the deuce. Kanter's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Back to Fultz. He kicks it to Augustine. Pass to Fultz. Passes it to Bamba. Here's Ross. No good. Great D that time from AI. Portland's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And they pick up 2. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Fultz. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Portland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Fourth quarter. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Oh, hey, AI.
What's up?
Griff has a few questions for you. Right this way.
Okay, sure. Yo, what's up, Griff? How you doing, man?
AI, you really had a breakout game tonight. What would you say contributed most to your performance?
Well, I've been working hard in practice, and my teammates have been a big help in helping me get my game up to speed. Long way to go, but it was nice to see some of that hard work pay off tonight.
A team player, of course. Probably helps that you got the win, too.
I mean, that's always the #1 goal, yeah. But my teammates wanted just as much as I do, and it was great to be able to play a larger role in helping us to get the W.
Spoken like a true veteran. Thanks again, AI.
Sure thing.
Thanks, Griff.
We all set? How we doing?
Yeah, great interview. You're good to go. Thanks.
Thanks, Griff.
Thank you.